This is the Sencam 40 LED USB rechargeable motion sensor light. So coming in from Sencam is this, with a very small label with very packed together type. It's a motion sensor light with 40 LEDs, USB rechargeable, closet or cupboard closet light motion detection type thing. We'll not go through the full thing because it's really simple what this does, and we've looked at similar ones for outdoors in the past. This one is more for indoors. And I'm quite interested in these because I've got some shelves that I need to illuminate, and I'm hoping that this might be a bit of a key. So, inside the box we get some stuff. The box is obviously quite long and narrow because it houses a long and narrow item. Here it is. Nicely packaged. I'm having trouble getting it out of the plastic packing, but that's because the 3M tape is magnetic. Okay, so in the pack we get a micro USB cable. Yet another one of these. I have millions of these, and they're not terribly useful for most of the things because they're only about 3 inches long. We have a 3M magnetic piece. Obviously you pull this off, stick it to whatever surface, and then you put this onto it, and then whenever the battery runs out you take it away. Very simple. This little piece of paper has your product description on it. So it detects motion 2 to 5 meters away. Light shuts off automatically after 15 seconds of no detection. So if you put it on a cabinet, when you walk up to it, it should detect you 2 to 5 meters. That's pretty good. I read somewhere that it lasts for, the charge time is about 3 to 5 hours for a full charge on this, which might be something to do with having a slow connection or whatever. But the actual motion detection side of lighting can last for about a week, which is quite good and isn't quite good. It'll be interesting to see if you don't use it terribly often, how long it lasts. If it's say at the back of a pantry or something, or in a cupboard that doesn't get opened very often, it might last about, I don't know, a month, or in an attic. That's a good place for it. So we'll have a look around the device. So on this end we have 2 screws and the USB connector. Here it feels like there is a protective film over the LEDs that we'll have to remove. I'll keep it on until I install it, but yes, there's a protective film there, and you can see it doesn't really change the detail or anything too much. In here we have the motion sensor. Then very faintly you can see the LEDs inside of it. I believe there's 40, and they emit an ultra bright glow, and it's a flicker free lighting, and this is an anti-glare panel, if that makes any bones to you. So we have the screws at this end, and then we have a switch which has 0, 1, 2 and 3 on it. Oh, we have some light. So obviously 0 is off. 1 doesn't seem to do anything. 2, right, okay, so they're different stages as opposed to brightness levels. 2 has them all lit up for constant use, and then 3 might be it'll actually tell us here. So 0 is off, 1 is sensor mode, 2 is constant lighting, and then 3 is sensor mode at half level. So maybe it's a slightly half brightness. Okay, so we're on 3, and that ain't working. On 1, maybe it's just not dark enough. Or maybe it's something to do with this. Right. Ah, there we go. We're on one. That needed to be taken off. And there it's turned off already. So this is the sensor underneath. And we'll try and clip that back on. And it's back on. So we'll go back to what we were doing. And I am thinking that maybe that turned off a little bit quicker than 15 seconds, so the battery's probably died. No, it hasn't. We know that it works, and it's quite bright. It's very lightsabery in it.
My apologies, I don't understand.
And it illuminates things quite well. There's a nice kind of whitish light off it. It might look a bit blue at the moment, at least it does on my viewfinder. But to my naked eye, it looks quite well. It does look a bit like a torch, really. I would say that there's maybe 15 LEDs, but I wouldn't say 40. But it illuminates a good large place, a good large area. Okay, so we got it worked whenever we did that. So maybe it's just not dark enough in here because it is daylight outside. And it detected the motion there, and I'm quite interested to get it down to half, which is a little dimmer, but hopefully that would extend the light by maybe a week or so. If it's half, it should do. So I'm going to go and see if I can find somewhere to put this and see how it goes. We'll put together a bit of a review of it. It's £17.89 currently on Amazon.co.uk, and I'm not entirely enthusiastic about that price. Obviously it is aluminium of sorts on the back there, so that makes a difference, and the fact that it's magnetic. The idea behind all these things is good, but I'm still thinking that £17 is a wee bit too much to ask. Perhaps if it was maybe £12 I would feel a bit more confident about it, but I can't say I'd want to buy a whole load of these and put them around the house at £17. But anyway, we'll get into it. We'll have a review up in the next couple of weeks and let you know what we think of it. Alright, take care now. Thanks very much for watching. And remember to tune into the Tech Addicts podcast, which is fast approaching its 300th episode. You can find links down in the show notes below. Hit that subscribe button if you fancy. Turn on those notifications for every time I upload an exciting new video. And other than that, take care.